Hello guys! Today we're diving into the heart of language learning called comprehensible input. If you've ever wondered what it actually is or why it matters so much, let's jump right in and uncover the secret together. Learning English isn't easy, is it? Many of you spend countless hours digging into complex grammar rules, memorizing long vocabulary lists, and worrying about speaking perfectly. But what happens when you're actually standing in front of a native speaker? Your mind goes blank, and those words you worked so hard to memorize just hover in your head without ever coming out. It's a frustrating experience we've all had, at least once. But please, don't be discouraged. It isn't because you haven't worked hard enough. The real reason is that we haven't spent enough time filling our minds with the right kind of English. That's why today, I want to talk about one of the most vital secrets in language learning known as input. I'm not just talking about listening passively. I'm going to show you the Sound English method for making this input stick to your tongue so it becomes your English. Let's dive right in. First, let's start with a very simple question. What exactly is input? In the context of language learning, input refers to the English you hear and read. It isn't the output that you produce or speak. Rather, it is the English that enters your brain from the outside world. But here is a really important point. Does your English improve just by leaving the news on in the background and listening aimlessly? Absolutely not. The key is finding the right input for you. In technical terms, we call this comprehensible input. Simply put, it is English at a level that isn't too easy or too hard, where you can infer the context even if there are a few words you don't recognize. Want to feel how your brain reacts to different types of input? I'll give you 2 sentences. Here is the first one. Fluctuations in macroeconomic indicators inevitably precipitate volatility within global financial markets. How does that feel? It's a bit overwhelming, right? Because there are so many difficult words, your brain tenses up and shuts down before it can even begin to visualize the meaning. This is not useful input for you. Now, listen to the second sentence. It started raining suddenly, so I had to buy an umbrella on my way home. The feeling is completely different, isn't it? Even if you didn't know every single word perfectly, you can naturally picture the scene in your head. Your brain is comfortably accepting the message rather than fighting it. This is exactly the kind of real input we need. Think about how children learn their mother tongue. They don't open grammar books or memorize verb tables the moment they are born. They simply spend their time listening to natural sounds that fit a specific situation, like, "Come here, do you want some water?" Or "Where are your shoes?" Those sounds accumulate over time, turn into patterns, and naturally evolve into a language. It's the same for us adults. We need to fill our minds with living, breathing English, not just dead information scribbled in a notebook. Now, many of you might be nodding along, thinking, okay, I get it. Good comprehensible input is the key. But please, don't turn off this video just yet. There is a fatal trap that most learners fall into. They listen to great podcasts, watch helpful YouTube videos, and nod their heads. They think, I understand that, got it, and then they close the app. But does that sentence actually come out of your mouth when you're standing in front of a foreigner the next day? Absolutely not. The reason is simple. English doesn't become yours just by watching and listening. When you only use your eyes and ears, that English remains in your brain as mere information. To transform that information into real English, the kind that your lips and tongue muscles remember automatically, there is a process you must go through. You have to physically copy those sounds and spit them out. In other words, you need listen and repeat and shadowing. It's exactly like learning to ride a bicycle. You can read books about the physics of balancing for 100 days, But if you never step on the pedals, you will never ride. If input is the fuel, then speaking practice is the engine that burns that fuel to move you forward. Now that you know what good input is, let's make it yours right now. I'm going to help you experience how to make those easy sentences we just looked at stick to your tongue. Unless you are on a crowded subway or bus, sit up straight and get ready to open your mouth. I'll speak first, and I want you to listen carefully and then repeat after me. Ready? Here we go. It started raining suddenly, so I had to buy an umbrella on my way home. It started raining suddenly, so I had to buy an umbrella on my way home. Great job! Just now, your brain did more than just memorize the text, for it rained. Your lips, your tongue, and even your breathing have begun to record the rhythm and stress of a native speaker. When you accumulate this kind of training, you won't have to manually assemble grammar in your head the next time you're caught in a sudden downpour. Instead, the sentence, "It started raining suddenly," will simply pop out as a reflex. This is the secret to making input your own. Remember, language is not just knowledge, it's a workout. Just as you have to go to the gym consistently to build muscle, you have to move your speaking muscles every day to master English. Fill your mind with comfortable visual English and build those language muscles by speaking out loud with me. Are you feeling overwhelmed or unsure of which materials to use? Don't worry. Our channel is packed with training videos featuring carefully selected input sentences that you can follow along with immediately. Let's acquire English together through practice. Don't just watch English with your eyes anymore. Real English begins the moment it becomes a sound coming out of your mouth. Let's open our mouths and train together every day. This is the place where we go beyond knowing English in our heads to owning English in our mouths. This has been Sound English. See you in the next video, and remember to practice out loud. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep sounding English. See you next time.